Live.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you happen to be. Welcome to another edition of the Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. The scene is set within the pack house of the Memento Mori. Alan is just getting in to the pack house, exhausted and tired. He seems to be carrying a portfolio of several different options available to to the construction company that his kinfolk own, several different bids on different environmental and conservationist efforts are currently on his mind. As he walks through the door, he heads straight to the kitchen. In the kitchen, he notices the lycanthropy book wide open and a few character sheets there. He goes ahead and walks on over, looks at the character sheet that Antonio has gone ahead and given him, crumbles it up, throws it into the trash bin, writes a note. No cockroaches. I've told you this a million times. He looks at the other character sheets, not really paying attention to the odds and ends and details. Just goes ahead and writes a little note here and there about what needs to be changed. His packmates are absolutely tremendous when it comes to making these things. He walks to the counter, looks through the pantry, tries to find anything. He finds a bottle of wine, red wine, Pointe Noir, red and bitter. He remembers the last time he bought this, shakes out the bad memories, or at least the latent ones, pours himself a glass, drinks it all in one gulp, rubs his temples a little bit, puts the bottle back. In most moment in time, most people are either asleep or out for the night. He sort of wanders over towards the other end of the house, his packet of papers in hand. He walks by Zeke's little apartment inside, listens to all the different roaches that are currently chippering, moves on past, looks outside towards the trash pile of Antonio's. Great trash heap. He goes ahead and murmurs to himself. He walks past the room, the one room that Snow went ahead and took for himself. Doesn't really sleep there, but used it once. Once for a very, very different and insane ritual that he once had to participate in. Passes by, not really wanting to befuddle himself with weird secrets of weird spirits. He finds himself passing the one door that leads into the basement. He hasn't used the basement space yet. Doesn't feel like it. Everything has been evacuated. Everything is vacant. There's nothing there that would remind him of the person that resided there, or at least took her workspace there. But he doesn't want to remember at the moment. He eventually finds himself in his way towards his own room. His own room that is pretty damn spare, except for a few filing cabinets, a few desks as well. He looks over to the very, very thin mat that he has, the thin mat that he uses for a mattress. Thinks to himself, it'll be very, very good when he finally falls over, finally falls asleep, finally forgets about what he's been doing today. Walks over to the closet, trades in his day clothes from some PJs. Eventually finds his way to the thin little mat that serves as his mattress. I remembers quite well that there used to be an actual bed here, but not anymore. Goes ahead and crawls under the covers, sets his watch to wake him up in a scant 6 hours from now to start up his entire workday again. Goes ahead and closes his eyes, falls asleep.
As he falls asleep, the darkness, even a bit of coldness, despite the feeling of the cover on his body, starts to creep in. His eyes grow heavy, blinks a few times. Once in a while, he snaps awake again, not quite able to go to sleep, but it's not long before, without even noticing, he's passed out. The darkness surrounds him. It goes completely black. But then he opens his eyes. He opens his eyes and everything is very hot. Very, very hot. He's sweating. He can't get comfortable. He still thinks he's in his bed, but there's a faint orange glow on everything nearby. There's a crackling sound he hears in the background. Something he's not terribly used to.
This is going to go ahead and try to bury his... No, actually, he's going to go ahead and light up at that. He's going to go ahead and get full on awake. He's heard that sound before, actually. He's been in a burning building.
His eyes open at the loudest cracks and he jumps up, and his assumptions were correct. He is in a burning building in the pack house, and it is engulfed in flames from every last bit. The very first thing he sees, the trash can, Antonio's character sheet turning black and crumpling to nothing.
Alan's going to go ahead and run out, knocking at each and every single door. Wake up, you bastards! Wake up, there's a fire! There's a fire! He goes exactly to the one place he knows his bug-out bag is. Opens that small little cupboard. Is it there?
Yes.
Grabs it and starts fucking running.
There's absolutely no response from any of his banging on the building, though he can hear the quiet snores of his pack mates. But the most desperate of banging, the loudest of cries, nothing stirs them. They are left, their doors locked and unopenable, and he just flees. There's nothing going on in the house besides suggestions of their presence and the loud crackling and the burning and the heat and the light. He leaves with his bug-out bag.
Can I still run inside? I don't see my packmates outside.
If you want.
He's going to run back inside and try to beat and slam. And hell, if he needs to, he'll shift up into one of his forms with increased strength and bust down the door.
There is no force he can manage that can open any of these doors. In fact, he gets the feeling there's nothing that could make any of them budge as he hears the slow realizations of his packmates that they're in a burning building. He feels their fists pounding on the wood on the other side. He hears their screams as the door grows hotter, 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 and eventually he hears a shuddering groan. And there's silence, save for crackling wood. The fire is spread to everything nearby.
The corridor, is it currently on fire?
Yes.
Fuck. Alan's gonna try to stay as long as is possible, try to beat down on any door. If the fire is too much, if he's forced out, he's forced out. There's no way he can protect himself from that. He's going to his back. He's calling 911. He's calling the fire department. He doesn't know what the fuck to do. These walls, they're too strong.
He has the vague memory of calling. Maybe there's a voice on the other end. He can't tell. Everything's blurry. Everything's disoriented. He puts down the phone and his feet just start carrying him. He starts walking back towards the sept. The fire is on all sides. But there's a path. There's a way to get back.
It's hot all over. There's fire all over, right?
Yes.
Alan is currently holding his bug out bag very, very close to him. He's following the path. He doesn't know where to go. Everything's on fire. There's streets on fire. There's signposts on fire. There's fences. There's buildings on fire. Everything is burning. It's too hot. It's really too hot to think. There's only one path. He's taking it.
Save for the fire, everything seems to just grow darker. Everything hotter, darker, claustrophobic. He feels the choking of the smoke as if he cannot breathe, but he is able to keep stumbling. After what feels like hours upon days, maybe weeks, fuck if he knows, of walking, he makes it to the sept. And the entire place, it's supposed to be Central Park, but is it really Central Park? He looks around and it's hard to recognize anything from the crackling flames that have spread to every single landmark in the area. He hears faint howling at the distance, and if he wants to make a perception and rituals roll, he can identify them.
Fair enough. If you be so... Oh, I didn't think Dicel would load, but it has. Yay! Nope, no successes.
That's good enough. You recognize them not as howls that normal galliards would sing. They're nothing that you have heard, no anthems of war, no cries of mourning. In fact, the only thing you can pick out, in the High Guru tongue, you can hear it, a faint singing, an almost mocking singing as you see the area around you burning. The voices harmonizing of many, many guru that you know, that you've come to love, each of them. It's been a long time coming, and the table's turned around, 'cause one of us is going down.
It's too fucking hot. It's too fucking hot. There's too much, like, fire in front of him. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He's gonna go ahead and try to fumble with his phone, but there's too much sweat there. He can't punch the buttons. Can't punch the buttons at all. He's gonna try to call out, Dove! Any Dove! Any Dove! I have a message! Any Dove!
There's a dove spirit. It lands on your shoulder. Its wings, well, a dove, its wings, ashy and black, burning still. It looks at you with its little eyes burning of coal, and it joins in the singing. I'm not running. It's a little different now, 'cause one of us is going down. It bursts into flame, falls off your shoulder.
The flame is gonna go ahead and catch on Alan's shoulder. What the fuck? What the hell? He's gonna go ahead and start to scream out, anybody! Anybody alive! As he's gonna start to wander, try to find any source of one of those howls.
Perhaps a part Janast is answered as he steps into the heart of the cairn. He steps into the heart of the cairn, and this is the sight before him. Flames all around it. There is, however, motion, humanoid motion, perhaps cowering a huddled mass of people. Not far off through this field, this new decoration.
Ellen doesn't know what to do, but there's a huddle mass over there, and that's the only thing he can see, and there's like pikes. Can he recognize any of these figures?
Absolutely. They're the guru of the sept. They're kinfolk. They're some of them are just people that Alan's met in passing before. At least that's the feeling he gets. Being a dream, of course, their faces are hazy, nearly unrecognizable, but as he goes close, he can sense a feeling, this is who this person is, and they twitch and writhe occasionally on the pikes, some of them still alive, some of them regenerating with their torsos impaled, others limp, dead, rotting with flies buzzing all around.
Some of them still twitching, some of them still alive. Alan's going to go ahead and try to wreck the pole out of the ground so that anybody that can, possibly could, get out, possibly unstake themselves, probably unpale themselves. Tell him what the fuck happened.
The first one you come to, the first one, the image of, notice it's, and as you free him from this pike, he crashes to the ground, his hand dragging you down with him. Says, "This is hardly worth fighting for," before he basically burns away to a skeleton.
Who is this again?
Ash around him in a broken pike. Snow in Hamid form.
Fuck. Fuck, I'm sorry. I didn't give you Swallow. I'm sorry, I'm sorry I didn't give you Stalingrad, okay? I'm sorry. Damn it! Damn it! What happened? He's gonna try his phone again. He's gonna try his kinfolk's number. Any of them respond.
The only thing he hears, aside from the dial tone, is that goddamn song. Over and over and over again, in a slightly different voice each time it repeats.
Which voice? He wants a voice. He wants to know which voices are doing this. He wants to find those voices.
The voices, some of them the child of Gaia kin that you had been employing, some of them members of the sept, a few that you pick out. You hear Emmett, you hear Honors the Loss, you hear the various other galliards of the sept sweetly singing this tune into your ear.
He's gonna try to rush the source of these. No, fuck that. He's hearing his own kinfolk. He's gonna rush to his kinfolk. That's the only thing that really matters right now. If he can bug out with the rest of them, that's okay with him.
You search frantically. The first thing, of course, this cowering mass. You're able to recognize them. At least you found your kinfolk, though you feel as if you had just suddenly appeared before them, or they before you. They stare up at you, eyes wide, cowering.
He's gonna try to cajole them. Come with me. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here now, please.
One of them, a small, very short-looking girl, petite in stature, inexperienced. She grabs you. She says, "What's going on, Alan? What's happening here?"
I don't know, Christy, but we're gonna get out. We're gonna get out. We're going to get out of here. Where the fuck is the van? Do you know where the fuck the van is?
No, I don't know where anything is. Everything is on fire. Everything's burning. Everyone's gone. Another one behind her grabs your other arm. They both start pulling you back and forth, back and forth. How did you let this happen? How could you let this happen to us? Alan, help us.
I didn't! I'm trying! There's the only thing he can really yell at the moment.
How could you? We thought you'd protect us.
I'm trying! There's a garage! Go to the fucking garage! Please, just go to the garage. I'll pick you up later, please.
Promise you'll come for us.
I didn't leave you in Florida. I'm not gonna leave you here.
Kinfolk, they sit and chatter amongst themselves, each fearful, each simultaneously looking to you for advice and doubting you. How do we know we can help? He's all we have. What if he can't save us? It's our only shot. It's Alan, or we die. Eventually, they all manage to make their way, bumbling towards the garage, bumping into the twitching masses, each one trying to hold each other up.
Good. Ellen's gonna go ahead and give out a fuck it. He's not gonna scream anymore. He's gonna actually howl. He's gonna actually communicate. Somebody, anybody, answer for this!
You hear a long, low howl. There's no words, but it's not singing. It's the voice of Morning Kill. You can vaguely tell what direction it's in, going possibly to the left of you, maybe. It's the only response you receive, save for that damn singing that soon drowns it out entirely.
Alan's gonna try to make his way over to that low howl. Is the only thing he's got at the moment.
Eventually, he makes it. There's more pikes, more people impaled. There's people you notice, people you recognize, people you respect. Each guru of the sept, you think that you can identify each and every one, everybody that you saw the day before and everybody that you said nothing to before this happened. But you happen across Morning Kill, and he's standing in front of a dying Cinna, tears of blood streaming down his face. But he looks up, says, Alan, we can't protect them.
Don't tell them that. Don't ever fucking tell them that. What happened?
The entire sept taken by siege. The spirals were numbered more than we had ever thought. There was a proverbial army of them. They came from underground. They came around from all sides. They came for us. They came for our kin.
Who the fuck is left?
Morning Kill looks around, then looks back at you, quiet as the grave.
Are you gonna sit there and mourn her? Or are you gonna come with me?
Come with you? All the guru in this sept could not protect them from what has happened. Why do you think you can?
Because I've done it before! He goes ahead and points an accusing finger. I've done it before!
Down.
Say again?
Where were you during the battle?
Actually, Alan doesn't have a response for this. He's like staring blank-faced.
That's what I thought. He drops Cinna, She breathes her last rattling breath and stands up. We have no.
Might need to repeat that.
We have no chance now.
I'm gonna make a roll.
Hmm?
Actually, that's 5 due to nightmares. Hey, even cranking up to 9, Alan still has a goddamn hope. Fuck. He looks up at the morning kill. Fine. I know where I'm going. Your museum is burned down. Your sept is burned down. Fine. I know where I'm going. I got a bus full of people. I'm gone. Sort of turns around. Very, very hesitantly. Very, very reluctantly. Because even with one fucking success, he can't stand this. He can't stand all the bodies. He can't stand all the impalements, all the desecration. Can't fucking stand it. But he's got a bus. He's got a bus. He's got a few kin. And by fucking hell, he's pulled him out of the fire once before. He's gonna do it again.
Morning Kill looks at Alan as he makes this decision as if he reads his mind. He looks him square in the face. Coward. He stands up and leaves.
Alan can stand to be called a coward. He doesn't care. He knows where our priority is. He's gonna try to find the garage again.
When he happens upon the garage, the sounds he hears are less than hopeful. In fact, he hears rapid clanging, banging around, screams and the rending of flesh, snapping of bone. He hears this all through the door that's left just a slight crack open.
He's gonna go ahead and immediately shift into his war form and fly into the room. No!
He flies into the room to see the kinfolk, all the ones that he had saved, either tied up or being made an example of, being violently slaughtered. There are wolves, big, fur black as night, with green sigils all around, all over their body, and in the very center of them, also marked with these green sigils, is Alan's own Krynos form. And the spirals are laughing, and all of them, including the horrible mirror of Alan, turn and give him a wide, toothy grin. Say, "Thank you for bringing them to us. We knew we forgot some."
What?
Just in time to start the celebration. They say, tossing you the severed limbs of some of your closest kin. We told you, Alan. It's been a long time coming, but the tables turned around. Alan, left only with the sight of the mutilated kin and the grinning face of himself and these horrible beasts, jolts awake. His eyes meet his ceiling.
He's gonna go ahead and grab his pillow and scream into it.
That muffled scream in the house of the Memento Mori pack. That is where we will end our scene. Thank you, Austin, for playing. Thank you to our 7 viewers for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed the show.